boxing fans across the world. This is True Grit Boxing News, checking in with another video. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below so I can continue to bring you this exclusive boxing news on a daily basis. So today's topic, we're going to weigh in on this highly skilled lightweight division at 135 pounds. Who is the king of the lightweights? ESPN recently put out their ranking list, and their top three, they had George Kambosos Jr. at number 1, Vasily Lomachenko number 2, Gervonta Tank Davis at number 3, Devin Haney at number 4, and I'll just stop right there. You know, that's a very interesting list for ESPN, and we know that Vasily Lomachenko is a top-ranked ESPN fighter, which is why he's ranked so high and regarded so high in the whole world of boxing. Now, don't get me wrong, Vasily Lomachenko is a good fighter, a great fighter, has good footwork, but he also has 2 losses, and one of those losses came from journeyman Orlando Salido very early in his pro career. So then he just loses to a young buck in Teofimo Lopez and gets stripped of all of his stripes, got outboxed for the first 7 rounds of the fight, and lost going into the championship round. So for Vasily to be ranked over Tank and even Devin is a little peculiar to me, but we know about these politics we have in the sport of boxing. So it's just very interesting. It's just very interesting. Very interesting. So once again, who is the king of the lightweights? I'm going to give you a breakdown and an analysis and give you my top 5 of the lightweight divisions. We'll start at number 5. At number 5, I will have to go with Ryan Garcia. Even though Ryan Garcia has been very inactive as of late, he has not had any fights. He's been doing a lot of talking more than he's been doing fighting. He's had mental issues going on. He's had issues with his mental health and things of that sort. So he's been kind of out of the mix, but you can't count the young lion out. So I have Ryan Garcia coming in last on my list at number 5. At number 4, I have Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko. Lomachenko is number 4 on my list because of what I previously stated. He has 2 losses on his record, 1 to an old journeyman and then 1 to a young lion. So in my book, no matter how versatile or how skilled he is boxing going forward, we've also seen he has trouble when somebody presses him and makes him box going backwards. He does a lot of good sidestep movements. He has pretty good footwork. But in my opinion, he is not better than the upper echelon of the fighters that are in this division, and I'll tell you why in a few moments. Okay, so Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko comes in at number 4 on my list. Number 3, I have Devin The Dream Haney, the WBC lightweight champion. Devin The Dream Haney comes in at number 3. I feel like he is one of the best boxers in the division. Hands down. Hands down. One of the longest and rangiest fighters. One of the smart young lions that we have at lightweight. And he can just flat out box. Hands down. And Devin Haney is also the recognized WBC champion. He's coming off of 3 great defenses of his title, one against Yorkis Gamboa, another one against Jorge Linares, and another one just recently against Jojo Diaz. Devin The Dream Haney is painting a very clear picture for himself in the lightweight division, and he's putting in great work. He's adding on good names to his resume, and he is one of the best fighters at lightweight, hands down. Number 2 at the lightweight division, I have George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. George Ferocious Kambosos Jr. is number 2 on my list because He just recently beat Teofimo Lopez and gained all of the straps in an extravagant, spectacular performance he put on against Teofimo Lopez. Very good fight, dropping the then champ in the first round when he was being pursued to be dropped, and he turned the tables on Teo. Fought a masterful fight, good jab, great left hook, just fought beautifully against Teofimo Lopez. But beyond his fight against Teofimo Lopez, he has not really fought anyone else on his resume for me to actually feel like he's a very, very elite type of fighter. He fought Lee Selby and he fought a Mickey Bay. Okay. Those are the most two credible names that are on his resume to this point, besides the defeat win that he has against Teofimo Lopez. So I have to give him respect in the fact that he has all of the straps except for the WBC belt, and give him props. He is a great fighter, but I do not believe he is number one on my list. He's coming in right there at second because he is the champion, the unified champion at 135 pounds at lightweight. Now, number one on my list, you guys should already know his name hasn't been mentioned yet. His name is Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis is coming in number one on my list because Gervonta just has that it factor. Gervonta can box going forward and backwards, as he just displayed against Isak Pitbull Cruz, who was a pitbull raging at Tank the entire fight. And Tank was able to put his boxing skills on display, even with a broken left hand, and come out with the victory. He showed us that he has very good boxing skill to also match that undeniable one-punch knockout power that he possesses. And that's why he has the it factor and is coming in at number one. Because even though fighting any of the other guys that I just mentioned, he may be getting outboxed by Devin Haney. He may be getting outboxed by Vasily or even by George Ferocious Kambosos. But one thing that we do know about Tank is that at any given moment, he can knock you out. That's what sets him aside from all the other lightweights in the division. That it factor type of power, that no matter what you do, if you are able to outbox Tank, we know that he can come through and score something that will turn the lights out. So Gervonta Tank Davis is number one on my list. Even though he doesn't have the most fights at 135, he fluctuates from 130 to 135, even up to 140. Still, Gervonta Tank Davis, like I said, has that it factor. And also, he is the cash cow out of all of these guys. He packs arenas and he sells out pay-per-views, guaranteed. So, my lightweight division rankings, top five is Gervonta Tank Davis, George Ferocious Kambosos, Devin The Dream Haney, Vasily High-Tech Lomachenko, and Ryan Garcia. And even Teofimo Lopez can come in at number 6, but Teofimo Lopez is campaigning to move up to 140 pounds after taking this loss to George Ferocious Kambosos. I feel like I have a very strong list at lightweight. Once again, the list that ESPN came out with is just kind of interesting to me, how Vasily Lomachenko can be ranked even higher than a champion, the WBC champion in Devin The Dream Haney, the champion that Vasily Lomachenko ducked, relinquished, vacated, and petitioned to get away from. So with all that being said, these are my top 5 lightweights in the division. And when these guys mix it up and fight each other, it is going to be one hell of a night, people. That is a guarantee. Any of these fighters, when they match up against any of these other fighters, it's going to be an electrifying night. That is a guarantee. In other news on George Ferocious Kambosos, I also just saw that Lou DiBella has come out and stated that George Ferocious Kambosos will be making his decision on his next opponent after the holiday season. So we can look forward to hearing something from George Ferocious Kambosos on who he intends on fighting next. And hopefully Hopefully, that name is none other than the WBC champion, Devin The Dream Haney, for all the marbles for undisputed at the lightweight division. That is the fight that I want. I know that that is the fight that you want. So, George, give the people what they want to see. So, who is the best lightweight? Tank Davis. 100%, no doubt. This is True Grit Boxing News. Checking out with another video. Hit that like button, jab that subscribe button, turn your notification bell to all, and comment down below. And I will continue to bring you this boxing news on a daily basis. Peace.